Kari Edge presentation. Here is my 6 people. I'll hand it over to you. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me tonight. My name is Kari. I am currently a certified medical assistant working at a local family medicine clinic here in Lancaster, and I'm also a student at Southwest Tech studying for my nursing degree. I know everyone's busy, so we will keep this as short as possible. Without a doubt, you have all met a nurse before in your life, whether it be in the clinic, the hospital, wherever, and we all know that they work very hard. They're very busy. So tonight what we're going to be talking about is the ever-changing nursing field, specifically how the nursing field has changed in the past 25 years. The biggest change that I can see from experience is the technology advances. When I was in school to be a medical assistant, everything was done on paper. Paper charts, filing cabinets everywhere, rooms dedicated just to the paper charts. Now, documentation remains still a priority in my life, but everything's done on the computer. So we now have the electronic medical record. So not only are the nurses having to learn to do skills like injections, vitals, administer medication, and know all of the meds and what they do, but now we have to know how to use a computer, an electronic medical record, and know how to type. And just when you learn how to use the electronic medical record, lo and behold, you get a new one, and we start over. The next point I want to touch on is the new roles that nurses are playing. Nurses are no longer just the caretakers on the healthcare team that are carrying out the tasks that are dictated by the doctors. Physicians now are viewing the nursing staff as colleagues, co-workers, some of them even friends now. The nurses are making observations, helping to diagnose, offering suggestions that play a key role in the healthcare setting versus 25 years ago when we strictly were there to care for the patients, make the beds, things such as that. Nurses are also now running their own practices. They're working in ER, seeing their own patients. They're doing patient education. I work for a nurse practitioner currently in family medicine. She has her own patient load. 25 years ago, that was not common at all. Our very own Nicole Clapp here in Lancaster is the CEO and runs Grant Regional Health Center, which is our local hospital. 30 years ago, you certainly would have not seen a nurse running a full hospital setting, so that's fantastic for Nicole. The biggest thing that our patients are going to notice is our uniforms have changed. The first thing I remember, my first encounter with a nurse was my grandma, who would be in her 90s now. She worked here in Lancaster at the hospital. The first thing I noticed every time I walked in was, she did not acknowledge us. She did not wave, say hi, smile, which is different from nowadays when I certainly make a point to say hello to all my patients. But I also noticed that she always wore white, sterile white. She had a white nursing dress, sterile white stockings, white nursing shoes, and a fancy white cap that we most certainly would not wear nowadays. Nowadays we wear scrubs, colored scrubs, patterned scrubs, holiday scrubs, you name it. The pediatric patients we see love them, the elderly patients love them. It brightens a room when people walk in. It's fun to see all of the different scrubs that are out there. We're also allowed to wear tennis shoes. When I was in school before, we were not allowed to wear tennis shoes. We wore clunky old nursing shoes. They were not comfortable, they were heavy. Now I get to wear my tennis shoes, which is fantastic, and I really appreciate that a lot at the end of a long shift. So those are just a few of the changes that I know of for sure after my research in the nursing field. I'm sure that there will be many more changes to come in the future. With the ever-changing world of healthcare, communication, critical thinking, problem solving will always be values that we need, even though there are many changes. Caring and compassion will also certainly be at the center of our practice. So, does anyone have any questions about anything? No? Thank you for coming tonight. I greatly appreciate it. You are a fantastic audience.